Hey, what's up, guys? This is Team Hard Life Captain Alberto Zertuche, and I'm at the causeway pier, and we've been noticing something about the way the drum have been hitting. And it's a few different things, few different techniques or pulls or tugs or something going on. One of them is that the rod will take a steep little bow real quick and then pop off real quick, and they're gone. Bait's gone too. Another thing that we have seen is that all we see is little nibbles like perch are messing with our bait, but not as quickly. It's there, but it's not as quick. And then, well, obviously we bring our stuff in and our bait is gone. So we have been missing quite a bit of fish, but we got a few different theories of what's going on. So obviously the best way to do it is put a line in the water with the underwater camera, and that's what we're doing now.
Got a bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I got a line. I'ma call the whole team.
So, as you saw at the very beginning of the video, you saw me putting on my sea lice, aka mantis shrimp, or mantis shrimp, aka known as sea lice here locally. Yes, we know they're not the sea lice. They're just been called that. I don't know who started it, but this was way before my generation. So, you know, everybody that's chiming in, we know that they're not sea lice. I'm just giving you a heads up on that. But when you come here and buy them locally, they're going to be labeled as sea lice, not mantis shrimp. Now, with these, they are, you know, they got their little dangerous setting of their razor blade of a tail and their arms where they like to puncture, you know, if you grab them incorrectly. So right off the bat, as soon as it landed, you know, the perch are on it. And as you can tell, it's daytime fishing. And what I went ahead and did was I cast it kind of into the shallows. The water in this area where I cast is probably 5 to 6 foot deep, you know, and depending if the closer I get to the channel, you know, it can drop down 12 to 18 foot, sometimes 25 foot deep, depending on where it lands. So I'm thinking just because of the water clarity and the brightness that we're probably in the 8 to 10 foot range right there. And yeah, they're there, the fish are there, but what we're looking for is something greater. And it is the drums that we're looking for, and what and how they're eating on our bait. You know, a lot of the things that people were saying was that the bait fish had disappeared. Well, this is another thing that is proven wrong. They are still here and in full effect. And as you can see, they're gonna tear up my sea lice. So I know that during the day I checked it periodically, casting and recasting. So between each session, I will cut the video and start a new video to see what we can see and learn from each time that I do cast it out there. Oh, this also tells us something else. That the perch are there, which means the big fish aren't there. You know, this is something that we've seen in previous videos of the underwater camera. You know, when the big fish come around, there are no big fish. So this is going to be something that's also, you know, food for thought, guys. They are still there. And this is also during the day. You know, so I kept putting these out there and I rolled into the night. So we'll see how or what happens with the fish, the bait fish, big fish, and anything else that might be out there. Because obviously, you know, the big fish come in for a reason. What are they feeding on? I mean, these are still questions that are unanswered. And the only way to figure it up is to watch these underwater videos and keep putting them out there. You know, it's just something that I got to keep getting out there and keep putting them out there. And that's why I have been fishing Causeway quite a bit, guys, is because this is one of the opportunities that I can put a underwater camera into deep water and shallow water while in the same area, where we do see this. I mean, this was something, a discussion we had the other day while we were out there fishing, about a gentleman talking about Baffin Bay and how the fish bite down there. Now, on that note, we are setting up a trip to go down there to go fishing. So stay tuned, guys. That is coming. I will be putting the underwater camera out there as well, because, you know, the way he's describing the fish hit down there in comparison to over here is two different worlds, which is awesome, because like we said, we know fishing in different areas is never the same. You know what I mean? You know, the way they hit in one area may not be exactly the same way they hit in another area. But why is that? I mean, is it the terrain? Is it how deep the water is? Is it water clarity? There's so many different things that we are looking into. So stay tuned, guys. We were going to put these underwater cameras to work, and we will figure this out. So as you can see right here, they've up and disappeared. Why did they disappear? I think we all know why, but the proof is when they can actually swim by the camera and find out. Oh, something was there. There they are. Oh, they're back. Okay. Well, back on to watching.
One of the other things that I was trying to catch too by leaving the volume on was when the fish do disappear, maybe we won't see them, but maybe the drums will make some drumming noise for the males, and that way we know they're in the area. That would be really cool too. That's why I haven't taken the volume off, because that was kind of a secondary deal that I wanted to see or hear, and let's see if it'll happen.
Alright guys, so as you can see, the bait got ripped off earlier on in the video. I didn't know that because I was on the pier, and so I went ahead and I thought I still had bait on there and left it, but I did not end the video here because I was looking to see if we could find or hear any big black drums swimming through. And you know, for the males, they make the drumming sound, the females are quiet, so it was either, you know, hear them or see them. That was my goal right there, because a lot of times we're out there on the pier and we're not getting any hits. So, you know, oh, they're not biting or they're not there, you know, like, which is it? You know, that's one of the questions that goes unanswered. So with these underwater cameras, that's what I'm trying to figure out. And then two, there's different ways that the fish are stealing our bait off the hooks. So we are really looking for what is going on there. Are they eating a different way? I mean, are they sucking it in and munching on it, or are they I don't know. There's just so many ways to look at it of how they're stealing our bait or not stealing our bait. I mean, maybe we think it's them and it's not, but at the same time too, there was a season when I was setting the hook on those little bites and I was pulling in the drum. So another one too is when we see the rod bend over and then it comes real loose. Was it them already on the hook and swimming off, or somebody else says no, they bumped into the line? We don't know that. So we are catching camera footage above the water and below the water at the same time, except I did all three of these at the same time. So this is definitely setting up another deal for me to adapt and overcome with. It looks like I might have to get a third phone to be able to catch that camera footage and piece it together, because it's just too much footage on one phone. That doesn't allow me to do any of the editing when it gets too high. I don't know, it's something that I'm having to face over here, but this is something we're looking at. And stay tuned, guys. We still have the drawings going on for the SX, MXL, LX Raptors, all fully spooled up, $20 a piece for each of the drawings, and the Team Hard Life rods. We are also still doing the toy drive for Agave Ranch and the families that we want to adopt for Christmas. So again, guys, our goal was 266. We're at 955 toys, and we are still growing, guys. So I want to break 1,500. We have blown through the first one. Let's keep it rocking until December 20th. You can send it to $ Team Hard Life at Cash App, and or at the shop at 1902 South Padre Island Drive, Suite A, Corpus Christi, Texas 78416.